As Americans living in a civilized country, we need to determine what the right balance is between working and enjoying life. Where I'm at in life right now, I feel like my life is completely full of work and very little enjoyment. And perhaps that's because I'm working 7 days a week. Why am I working 7 days a week? Well, let's backtrack a little bit. I I had somewhat of a rough childhood. My mom went through two marriages, and in the second marriage, she faced financial difficulties. Our family faced financial difficulties. And as a child, that can really shape you. You know, hearing your parents argue about finances and you as a child not really understanding what that means. Or I guess I did have some idea because I knew the severity of the situation, but it's really fucking scary. And that really shapes you as a child. So you from that point on you can either fall down and you can just continue to hold your head down low and say I'm never going to do anything with life and I'm always going to be in these shitty situations or I'm just going to skim by, or you can rise above and really try and put yourself in a comfortable position. And what I'm really trying to do is put myself in a comfortable position. My dreams in life are pretty mellow, pretty simple, but very realistic and very reachable, and that's what I'm working to do. My goal in life really is to have a comfortable house. It doesn't even have to be a big house. I'd like to get a fixer upper and make it into something my own and something that I built. Well, not necessarily completely built, but something that I fixed up. I'd like to own a nice chunk of land. I'd like to have a workshop. Doesn't have to be massive. I'd like to have a workshop for all my tools. And really, I'd like to work with draft horses and maybe do some farming. Those are my passions. Those are my goals. But the number one priority in my goals and dreams is to have a house that I own completely, not by any banks, and just to be comfortable, not have to fear that, mortgage companies, banks, finance companies are going to be coming after me. So what am I doing to get there? I'm working 7 days a week. I work a normal job Monday through Friday, and on the weekends I drive tractor trailers. It's more of a summer seasonal position. I ended up putting myself through a CDLA driving school. I already had my B from the fire department, but there is a shortage of tractor trailer drivers out there, and you make decent money, and that's what I'm doing. Something that I really hate about the titleization of tractor trailer drivers is everyone's uneducated. Everybody's kind of, I don't know, they're devalued. Tractor trailer drivers are devalued. Well, if you never sat behind the wheel of a tractor trailer, you really have no idea what you're talking about. Yes, some of the tractor trailer drivers may not be the most punctual, but let me tell you, when you're driving something that weighs 80,000 pounds and you're dealing with a bunch of idiots on the road, it really takes a smart person to understand the handling of that thing and to analyze upcoming situations prior to anybody else realize what's going on. So it really does take an educated person to drive that thing. So, yeah, whatever. I'm getting a little off topic here. My generation, I'm a little frustrated with my generation. My generation is the generation in my eyes that they don't want to drive, they don't want to own cars, they want to rent, they don't want to own houses. Oh, it's too much work, the payments are too big. Like I said, my goal is simple. I just want to own a house and be financially secure. But the whole purpose of this video is I can't help but feel like I'm missing out on life experiences. Like, I have some friends that ask, hey, you want to go to the beach? And I always turn them down because I'd rather save up my time and maybe sell back, my unused sick time and get more money out of that. Or I have an uncle out in Colorado that's asking me to go elk hunting upcoming in October. And that would require like a week of vacation. It's something that I really want to do, but I'd rather save up the money at this point, but it's like, where's the balance? It's really hard to determine what that balance is. So my thought is I'm going to work my ass off now, and I'm going to get myself to where I'm comfortable, and that may take another 10 years, unfortunately. But once I get to that point where I'm secure and I have this house and I can finally relax, then I can start enjoying life. That's my opinion. I would really like to hear what some of your opinions are on this matter. Like, what do you do? What's your right balance between enjoying life and working? So yeah, that pretty much concludes tonight's video. I might as well go into a little bit about why I haven't been producing YouTube videos. Well, I think this video pretty much sums it up. When you work so much, it's like you come home, you just want to like go to bed, you want to relax, eat dinner, and do your chores, do laundry and shit like that. So whenever a video opportunity does arise, like something breaks down on my truck or something like that, and I feel like it could be useful knowledge, it takes a lot of time. It takes double the time quite often to film and produce and edit a repair, in which that, you know, by not recording or filming, I probably could do in half the time. So that's where I'm at. And also, I'm sure you guys have heard with all the issues YouTube is having with cutting payments to YouTubers. You know, part of the reason why I make YouTube videos is because I do something called monetizing, and that's where third parties put their advertisements on, you know, my videos, and it gives me a little bit. It gives me enough for pretty much filming equipment, but it is really cool. I will say that my videos have been seen by 1.5 million people. I mean, that's total channel views at this point in time, but, you know, who would have thought it? Just from doing like little remote control car videos when I was a kid has turned into this. So I think that's pretty cool, something to be proud of. But anyway, share with me your thoughts and opinions on what that right balance is. Anyway, thanks for watching, and not really sure where the channel's going. We'll see where this goes, and stay tuned.